What's going on, guys? Your man Sly here, and with what I would call a successful first stream under my belt, I want to first thank everyone who stopped by to show support. You guys are freaking awesome, and any feedback that you can give me about how to improve my next stream is something I would definitely take to heart. This time around, though, I want to answer a couple of questions people have asked me. Now, it's not like I have boatloads of email to sort through and find the best questions, but a couple people have asked me how I included Xbox One party chat into the stream and how I sync the audio with the video to make it match up so well. And the second question was how I set up my stream so quickly and made it look halfway decent with such little time. First off, I definitely take that as a compliment, so thanks for that. And honestly, I was nervous at the setup, and if everything would have worked the way it's supposed to, I had no idea. Besides a console or freeze once or twice, everything worked pretty smoothly, and before I knew it, I saved a stream that was over 7 hours long. And if you want to see that proof of what I'm about to tell you, head over to twitch.tv/SlyNation and look at my most recently saved stream. You will see everything that matches up, and if you scroll through it, the chat and all the alerts work just as well. So, let's move on to how I did it. Alright guys, I'm using a different program here, so I'm sorry if I sound a bit different, but this is a live look at my desktop with a very crappy recorder. So if I show a video later and the frames are off, it's not that quite as bad as it makes it look, so sorry about that. But I don't have a capture card right now, as mine is currently chillaxing on my shelf as a paperweight. So with no capture card, the only hardware I used was the Xbox One console and a desktop computer. As for software, you need to be running Windows 10, OBS, which can be downloaded at obsproject.com, and this beast down here, which is the Xbox app. It is included with Windows 10, so it should already be up and running and ready to go. Now, I only have 50 megabytes per second download and 5 upload. It did strain at times, but it handled itself pretty damn well. So first, if you don't have Windows 10, make sure you get it. It's free. It's awesome. Then log into the Xbox app with your normal gamertag login. It'll be the same thing you use to log in with your Xbox account on Xbox. So once you're logged in, you're ready to go. But firstly, you want to set up your Xbox to Windows. You can utilize OBS's monitor capture function with that. It won't require or acquire a source for some reason, but I'll explain all that in a second. So at your home page, which is right here, you need to go down to this little console looking thing, or little mini Xbox, I guess you can say. Click on that bad boy, and then you want to go to add a device. As soon as your Xbox is on your network and connected to the internet, it will pop up here. Simply click that, hit connect, and it'll look like this. Once you're actually in a game and ready to stream, you want to click on stream. Now this does not link it to Twitch, it only links it to your computer. Now it says there's no controllers attached. My wireless controller on the Xbox actually works great. I don't need to hook up anything to the computer. So I just hit OK or continue. And let me turn my controller on real quick. And as you see, you're ready to go. And like I said, my recording software for my screen is kind of crusty right now, so it looks super jittery, but it's actually pretty solid. But that's it. Once that's connected, ready to go, let's head over to OBS. Let me tab out of this. So now we're going to be downloading OBS. Simply open up a browser, head over to obsproject.com, and it automatically finds what operating system you're using and what you need to click. So if it doesn't do it for you, like it says here, just click Windows, Original, and there's 2 versions you can install. If you don't want to have any kind of follow alerts or donation alerts, chat box, stuff like that, just do the normal one here. But it's always better, in case you change your mind, to grab the brugger, the browser plugin installer, and so grab that one, download it. It's great. Once that's all downloaded, set, ready to go, OBS will pop up and it'll look. Let me start preview. It'll look like this. Of course, yours will be empty here. And a quick explanation. Scene and sources. So a scene is basically what gets shown to your viewers. A scene is how you build up if some people have a little box around their webcam, or they have borders on the top and the bottom. That's part of a scene. Whenever somebody follows you, you see a little GIF in the middle with an animation and a sound. That's part of a scene as well. Also, say you need to use the bathroom, or you want to have an offline goodbye or something like that. Those can all be set by scenes. Anytime you click one scene to another, it transitions what your viewers see. So, of course, yours will be blank on sources. But first, let's set up OBS to Twitch. Now, what you need to do here, go to Settings. All this stuff here, you can look up all these settings. I usually leave most of it alone. I'll tell you one thing you do need to set up later, but first go to Broadcast Settings. Now, this is going to be used for Twitch. That's what I go to. This is what the tutorial is for. So, Mode, Live Stream, Streaming Service. Out of all these, you just click on Twitch. And you need to find your stream key. What your stream key does is it basically hijacks your Twitch source and lets you stream on Twitch with this program. Now, you can only do that with the stream key. So to find that, head over to twitch.tv. You need to go to find your dashboard. So head over to Dashboard. All the way to the right is your stream key. Tab over there. Show key. This means, someone can take it and use it and stream under your name. You understand? Don't let that happen. Alright, there it is right there. I'm going to change this later just in case. But there's your stream key. Simply copy that. Exit out. Back to OBS. Paste. Apply. Alright. Hit OK. Now, as soon as you click this Start Streaming key, if anybody's following you, they are going to get alerted to that you are live. So anything after now, once you put your stream key in, you hit start streaming, it will be sent to Twitch and everyone will see what you're doing. So be careful with that. Okay, so next up, now that you have your stream key and everything's in place, you want to try to get your Xbox app to be shown to your audience. Now, this tutorial is also to get your party chat in here. The way to do this is because you're streaming your Xbox through your computer, it uses your computer, all your computer sound as what's sent out. So all you need to do is simply start a party with the Xbox app. Once you start this party and invite everyone you need to invite, it will use your default sound coming out of your computer as your normal sound. So your game, like I said, all your sounds from your game, your party, everything will be broadcasted to Twitch. That's it, man. It is super easy. There's nothing crazy to do. Just make sure you do not join a party on your console. So once that happens, make sure you lock your party so no one can party bomb you when you're live. And also, to get this displayed, it does not, let me show you. When you go to add, there's a couple of different sources the way to get it displayed. Usually you can go to game capture if you're playing an actual game on your computer, but for some reason it doesn't find it as a game. So you have to go to monitor capture. Now, once you're on monitor capture, just like recording your screen, anything that happens in your entire monitor will show up. Now, if you have a multi-monitor, of course, always your main monitor is what you want to stream, number one. And it'll look like that. When you go to preview stream, everything's right here. So you take monitor capture away, you're just left with everything you set up around in your first scene. So when your monitor capture is up and you have your Xbox app up, of course, you're going to be streaming your game in the background. Actually, I'll just show you what that looks like real quick. Continue. Oh, I guess it doesn't work. Alright, now that everything's set up, let's talk about Twitch alerts. So, we have your monitor capture. That's going to capture your gameplay, and it's because it's already on your computer, it's automatically going to capture your party chat and everybody in it. Now let's spiffy up your stream a bit. So, with your first scene here, you want to try to add follow alerts, or you want to add like a chat box, so that way people can see on the stream what's being chatted in real time. So what I use is Twitch alerts. You can go to Nightbot also. That works pretty cool, or pretty well. So to do this, you need to first link your Twitch alerts to your Twitch account. So You do that. Launch Twitch alerts. You just set in your normal information like on Twitch. It syncs the two together. You're done, ready to go. Now, because you downloaded OBS with the broadcasting browser software, all these will now work within OBS, and it's super simple, guys. Let me show you. All you need to do is go to alert boxes. Everything right here you see is pretty much what any starting streamer needs. You have your follow alerts. You have your subscription alerts, donation alerts, and if somebody wants to host your stream, your hosting alerts as well. Now, these are all your settings down here. Feel free to play around with them however you like. It's cool because when you go to follow alerts, you can actually customize your own GIF, your own soundbite, however you'd like. This is my favorite, of course. Pusheen right here.
Oh, yeah.
You can't beat a fat cat in a donut. Anyway, so yeah. Once you set all these up, it's best just take a couple hours, play around with them, find some GIFs. Here's a cool one I made, even though I'll never probably use this, but Mr. Krabs taking a money shower.
You love me. You really love me.
I don't know if you heard that, but that was funny. So once you set all these up, these are...
Love me. You really
Whoops.
love me.
Sorry, once these are all set up, guys, find out, make sure all these are, what you want to be using, and this simple link will work for all of these. So just take this link, copy it back to OBS, and you want to go to here to add, and anything that has basically an internet site address will be CLR browser. So if you use Nightbot, Twitch alerts, any other kind of alerts out there for Twitch, they will all be capturing with this CLR browser. So with this, you want to basically just put this as alerts or whatever you want to do. You can put alerts, then Twitch alerts, whatever you want to name it. It's up to you. Hit OK. This next box will pop up, and right here, this is so simple, guys. Back, paste. This is the same thing you just copied from Twitch alerts. Hit OK. Boom. It's simple as that. Now that, and all these other things you see in here is pretty much just separate of what the stuff I was using. So when you want to test your alerts, basically go to scene or edit scene. Every time you have a separate link, you can basically position wherever you want on your screen. So here are my alerts. I always want my alerts right in the center so everybody can see it. Here's my chat box, which you basically just add the same thing. Go to the chat page, which is right here on your alert box. Add it to CLR browser as a separate source, and that's it. I like to make this small on the side so people can see it, but it's not on the way of the gameplay. And if you want to test it to make sure they're linked, all you do is keep your OBS open, push it to the side, go to test follow alert.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see, it popped up here. You want to go to, where is it? To test your chat. Oh, that's right. It's still in beta, so it doesn't really work all that well. But in any case, this is also where you go to chat, and you can, move it from clean down to, these are all just like themes. Box it, or you can get the letters a different color, add emotes. You can also mute chatters if you want. This is where you go for that page, but it's all here on the left. Super easy. Post it into your CLR browser, add it as a source, and that's it. So once all that's done, if you want to add, like I did here, a border to the top, go right, add, go to image, find the image, or sorry, first you name it, sorry, image, and then here you basically just have a file on your computer. You just add whatever file that you want to use, which I already did this. You just hit OK, and that's it. It selects it as a source. And as you can see here, there's my banner on the top. Where is it? Stream overlay. I click it, and make sure it's just highlighted. That's it. Alright, so now that you have OBS is set to Twitch, now that you have your chat box in there, now that you have your Twitch alerts all linked up, the only things left to do is to make sure everything looks fine. So, of course, here's my banner at the top. You can always find banners on YouTube, or just go on Google, type in free Twitch overlays templates, or free downloadable Twitch overlays. You'll find tons of them on there. Just open them up in like Paint or PDF and Just simply erase like the text that's in there, write your own stuff, and boom, that's it, man. It's really simple. So to make sure everything lines up, click on your scene. That's going to be your main scene. Of course, here in sources is everything that you just added. There's my stream overlay, which is my banner. My chat box, which you'll see here soon, is to the left. My Twitch alerts, which is in the middle. And then my monitor capture captures the game itself. So simply click on edit scene and individually click these. So stream overlay, that's my banner right there. As you can see, I can move it anywhere I want, bottom, left, right. However, I can actually increase the size of this if I would like, make it bigger or smaller. It's up to you, personal preference actually. So just make sure, the hardest thing is trying to center these things, and it doesn't really snap very well unless you have them super small. But either way, then you go to chat. Of course, remember that in the settings, chats are going to fade, so they're not always going to be there, or you can keep them on permanent. It's up to you. But then you have a bunch of, hour-old nonsense on your screen that most of the time people just chat about random stuff anyway. So I always do like 15 to 20 seconds, the line will disappear, and then the new one will pop up. It'll stay for 15, and so on and so forth. That way people can see the gameplay behind it. All you do there, make sure it's not too small, believe it or not. Even though this box is big on your screen, it will not show up that big. You only have like one line here at the bottom, and then it'll pop up something behind it, slowly come up, and then they'll end up disappearing. So even though this is big on the screen, it doesn't really show that when you actually broadcast. And then, of course, here's your alerts. Your alerts are right smack dab in the middle. I like to make these big because they're only like 5 seconds long. It'll say user whatever is now following you with your little GIF and your soundbite, and then of course your monitor capture is here. Now, if you wanted to put something on the sides, you could, but I don't recommend. I recommend that your monitor capture is full screened, but you can move this if you so wish to do so. So that snaps down like that. Go back here, stream overlay, make sure that's right smack in the middle. Alright, that looks good. That's my first scene. Like I said, you go to scene, you can rename this. So instead of test scene, we'll put primary. Okay. And then start screen. So go to stop edit scene. This is my next scene here, is something I use if I have technical difficulties or if I'm getting everything together. Because remember, since you're using monitor capture, they're going to see everything that happens. So when you're setting stuff up and you're live, they'll see you going through this, or your start. This all gets broadcast to Twitch, and nobody really wants to see that. They want to see you playing. So what you do is basically, once you start streaming, have something like this. It says stream starting in a bit. That's my start screen. So once I'm streaming this, since it's on this screen, I can do anything I want here, and they're not going to see it. All they're going to see is this stream starting in a bit. Once your game is fully, ready to go, everyone's in your party, your volume and audio is great. You already checked Twitch to make sure the chat's working. Everything's good to go. As soon as you're ready to game, you basically go back to primary, and now boom, everything here is ready. You're ready to game. You're all set. So once your scene is set up, everything's ready to go, you are ready to stream. All you do now is basically go back to your Xbox. You connect to it. Once you're connected, you have your thing here, everything's checked. You go to stop preview, click start streaming, and that whole signal, all these layers, your alerts, your actual monitor capture, which is your game, and also your audio, all that gets sent to Twitch under your name, and everyone gets alerted, and that's it. It's that simple, man. Like, it sounds good. The audio is synced up by itself. People talk about in other videos that you need to do this, delay of that. I've had no issues with it. The only thing is that your game sounds are a lot higher than your party. So the best way I would do this is I would go to OBS and just take down your sound here a little bit, but keep your microphone high so that way people can hear you over the game. Excuse me. But that's it, man. That is all it takes to start streaming. It's super simple, and Windows 10 makes this really, really easy. I hope it works for all you guys. If you have any questions, make sure you put them down in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer as much as I can. But just play around with it, man. That's the best way I can do. It took me about a day to learn all this stuff, but after I saw it in action, and like I said, you can go to my my Twitch profile. It's Sly Nation under twitch.tv. Take a look at my last stream. That is all by using this simple setup right here. And even though it might look jittery when I played it back earlier, it is actually not that bad a quality at all. For my first stream, I think it was pretty good. But yeah, any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. And as always, stick around, guys. See ya.